Yo, Black Magic Sorcerer here with another Snake Dad video and a little curse update. Excuse me. Good God. So I got Raleigh and Jack, the ball pythons, out. They come out, but I have to admit I neglect them a little more because I'm more concerned about training the bigger snakes because I know they need to be trained and handled so they're not ferocious. But this sweet little guy, his only issue is that he won't eat unless it's something that's live. So I have to get him the exact size he wants, and he has to have a live meal. He will not eat a frozen thaw. Unlike this guy here, he'll eat frozen chicken, but for a long time he was the same way. If I didn't go get him a goddamn rat, he wouldn't eat it. So I'm thankful that they're both doing well and healthy. He had some tail burn from laying on the heater, and the glass burns the shit out of their tail. And that's not good because it can screw up the reproduction if you're into snake breeding. But I figured let them get out of their little hellhole and have a little fun on the bed. I bathe them so they're kind of wet. But this is, snake recreation time. I relax. I find myself in a meditated trance when I'm hanging out with my snakes. It's kind of cool. So anyway, here's what I wanted to really talk about. So today, as I'm leaving work, a coworker who is just a temporary worker who I rarely ever see, I notice as he is leaving the parking lot, I look at his license plate. And I'm going, okay, did I see what I thought I just saw? Yes, indeed, a 666 license plate. And the trippy part is I had been around this person in their car before and never once looked at their license plate. And if I did, I don't think I remembered it. But anyway, as they were exiting, that occurred to me that that's the sign of the work that is completed. So it means that basically both targets are starting to receive a little bit of the residual energy. So what's happening is, I think, as a curse speeds up in its power in the ether, and you keep feeding it, then it's like just a buffet of suffering for them. And I'm still not done. There's one more thing I want to do for target number 2, we'll call him. And everything else seems to be going really well. This is not the first time I've seen the 666. I think this will now be the 4th sign that I've seen 666. Usually appears on receipts, or I'll see a sign that has a phone number that begins or ends in 666. Just something really, really strange combinations. I'll be doing something online and get a receipt or a code, a transaction code, and the code will be a very long code, but it'll have numerical 666 all in a row. What's strange about the 666 is it seems to manifest at first as 999. And I'll see a lot of 999s, and I'm like, oh, okay, something's getting started here. Reality's starting to change. So what it is when you've done a curse, you have thrown the universe back off of its axis, and you basically are realigning your new cursed victim with his new reality. And the 999 is like a consecutive number letting me know we're here, we're working on it, but we're not done yet. Look at him being curious. And it's the joy of these little snakes, is you never know what they're going to do. They always have a way of surprising you. But Mr. Escape Artist here, he likes to escape from his cage. So anyway, the 999 starts, and then it'll be like 888, and then all of a sudden it'll be 669. And there'll be these weird variants where I'm like, forget it, I'm going to stop looking at license plates. And then the minute I stop looking, that's when 666 license plate holder, the many that I seem to see, which I think is a fucking trip, because how many people can have a 666 license plate? I'd like to look at the statistics of how many people actually have a 666 plate. I'm surprised with the paranoia that the Bible has instilled in people in the book of Revelations that people would even consider having a 666 license plate. But anyway, that's what I like to do. I like to have the spirits confirm that the work is done by giving me that very specific number. And that's awesome because when you've seen the fucking number 4 times in a row and you're still doubting yourself, then that's just an insult to the spirits because we have to acknowledge the signs when they give them. And when I do see it, I put my hand in the typical horn position, and I say hail whoever it is that I was asking to do the work. Osmodee, Lucifer, whoever I'm working with. So I'm on a high energy this week. It's weird. It's like something caught up with me. I have been taking more energy products, but I stopped taking something that was making me feel groggy, and now I'm just taking a lot less of it and taking an energy supplement on top of it, so I feel more motivated. But I hate feeling jumpy, and I hate feeling like you have energy that you can't do anything with. So it's nice to have energy, but not so much that you feel like you're climbing the fucking walls. So I thought I would just note that that's how powerful magic is, that the signs all around you will start saying, "We're here, we heard you, magician. Okay, God has spoken, reality has changed again. There you go. See you next time. Let us know if you need anything else." That's the beauty of the demonic spirits in a lot of the fallen angel characters is they do things in a way that blows your mind every single time. And I guess that's the reason why magic is so fascinating is when you do something you kind of don't exactly have an expected outcome. I mean, you throw energy at someone, you obviously want bad things to happen to them, die, get hurt, whatever your willpower is at that moment that you think you can inflict on them. But willpower only goes so long. It's like a battery. You can only hate on something so long before you get bored. So what you have to do is you have to constantly repump yourself. And one of the best ways to do that is just to hone in on demonic energy by listening to music that inspires you or whatever makes you feel more connected to the spirits that you're asking to help you. And they will help you with your motivation to do the work. That's the big thing I notice with working with spirits is there's times when I will suddenly go do something out of nowhere as if I'm being guided by the spirits to do some of the work. And that's what I love about it. It's like having a family that lives in your home and is around protecting you and living in your headspace to a degree, but in such a subtle way that you almost take it for granted. And I think that's the main thing I wanted to impress is when your magic manifests because Osmodee or Lucifer or any of our friends who we love, especially now I've grown so fond of Satanus, and he's not a Goetia spirit. He's an Order of Nine Angle spirit. So, the dark gods they're different. They're not exactly the same demon wise. They have a different energy. It's a strange, archaic energy. It's a lot more lively. It's a lot more primitive. That's the word I would use for it. So you got to be thankful. And the way I do that is I just immediately acknowledge, thank you so much. Thank you. I acknowledge you. I will do whatever I promised I was going to do in return, whether it was burn a candle for you every day for an hour or whatever your promise is. But the main thing is just give those spirits a little love and let them know that, hey, here's a rose I picked from my garden. It's for you. Here's a glass of wine for you. Those little things go a long way, especially with goetic spirits and angelic spirits too. If you make offerings to the angels that are very pure and godly, they seem to love it. I know Archangel Michael is kind of a rough and tough, kind of a badass angel. He's more like a fucking a ruthless biker is the way I would describe his energy. Like a Hell's Angel, but a Hell's Angel that works with both sides. And his power is light and dark. It's divine and destructive, but it's like destructive in a very heaven sent way. It's like if he's going to destroy something, it's because it must be destroyed, and it was already going to be part of the plan. I mean, these spirits, the archangels, they've been around since the beginning of creation, supposedly. So that little L at the end of their name, which means God, Mikael, Raphael, Gabriel, Oriel, that's why they're so powerful. Is I think those four make the divine creation, and I feel like those four can can access that whatever this vortex force is that creates reality, because it is chaotic. But I think that what the spirits do is they act like filters, and they filter our reality for us. So what you're really doing when you're calling upon these dark spirits and angels and whoever else you like to call, what you're really doing is you're just reassessing reality and putting things into that new reality that were not there before. So if you were poor, now you want to change reality so that you're rich. If your girlfriend left you, now you want to change your reality so that your girlfriend never left and she's there now. I mean, it could go as far as you want to go, but it'll make it like as if one thing never happened and then a new thing will take place. One of the things that I think people take for granted a lot is some of the more subtle magic that's in the Goetia. For example, the spirits can make friendship too. So let's say you got an enemy that's just absolutely disgusting. I mean, just a fucking, you know what? There's no hope for you. And those are usually the ones that I curse. But for the ones who, for whatever reason, I still liked enough to not want to hurt, what I did was I used the archangels and I did a healing between me and this person. And oddly enough, me and this person are friends now, and I always have cared about that person. And I think letting that person know that I cared about them and doing that working with the archangels, saying, "Look, heal this relationship. This wasn't something that was supposed to happen. We got off on a bad foot. You know, it was one of those situations where I wanted it to turn back around, and it did. And I used the archangels to restore trust and friendship. So you can turn a friend to an enemy with magic, and that's really the beauty of magic, is the infinite possibilities. Instead of destroying your enemy, banish your enemy. But if this person has been going through life hurting person after person and misguiding, misleading, trampling others in their arrogant path, fuck them. If you don't care about anyone but yourself, you deserve to get a selfish reward. Live by the sword, die by the sword, my friends. And that is my message for today. Happy Python Day and dark blessings.